I am sure sports. You know me there, I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is right, just representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me not know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick-Nick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick-Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Good afternoon. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports, one and all. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a good afternoon. I am Manning's Man, and this is I Am Sure Sports. Initially, I didn't have any plans of doing a video, as I have a very intriguing interview with Delirangs slated for 8 p.m. tonight. And so my plans were to, get some other things done and to do that interview at 8. But then I start browsing the internet and listening to, different stories and reading articles and, seeing and hearing some things that are very concerning for me. And I thought I needed to do a video to address some of these things. All right. Of course, I heard someone say this yesterday about clickbait. I don't even try those things. It's absolutely unnecessary. All right. So I don't do those things, but I like to be open and honest and express my sentiments. And that's what I'm going to do. All right. I won't be long with this video because I just want to share, like I said, my opinion, my thoughts, and some of what I have been reading. Thanks to all of you for joining as usual. I'm not one of those who be complaining to send super chat and hit like button. I just say it at the top of it, and a couple of times I'll say, listen, hit the like button, like, share, and subscribe. All right, just do those things and support the work of the channel. Support the work that we are doing. If you believe in what we are doing, even if you don't believe so, you can support the work. Right? We may not always agree, but at least you're getting some content, and you could show some love for that. All right. Thanks to all of you. Rob Smith, Wayne Harris, Ian Campbell, Highgate, yo, bless up. Jason, bless up yourself as well. Tuffy Rudy, Eagle Republic, good to have you guys on at this time. Big up the sponsors, Prestige Finance and Launch Legacy. All right, so I'm going to read something for you, and then I'm going to get into the details. Some of you may have heard this, you may have seen it, I don't know, but I think it is important that I give reference point to what I am going to be talking about. All right. Now, it says we will stand with Blake. The 9, 24, 22. So that to me is suggesting that on the 24th of the 9th, which is the 24th of September, there is something that is in the brewing in support of Andre Blake. All right. It says, and it has Sidella Marley, I think I see A Knight, which is Amal Knight, and 147 others. It says, how can the captain of our men's national team not be called up for this historic match against Argentina? Why do I feel he's been punished for standing up to the Jamaica Football Federation? The whole world is watching at GFF. So it's basically saying GFF, the whole world is watching you. You can fool some people sometimes, but you can't fool all the people all the time. And now we see the light. Stand up for your rights. All right. Then there are some comments on it. All right. The Reggae Boys are scheduled to face Argentina, one of the favorites for the FIFA World Cup, later this year, in a game in Harrison, New Jersey on September the 27th. However, captain and goalkeeper Andre Blake is notably absent. Blake is, however, not injured, having played all 90 minutes in Philadelphia Union's 5-1 win over Orlando City in Major League Soccer on Saturday. This is a quote. It says, I don't know why I wasn't selected to be involved in the squad, Blake told the Jamaica Observer on Monday. I am for sure not injured though. Maybe this is a better question to ask. In bracket, Rudolph Speed, JFF Technical Committee Chairman, and the rest of the selectors. End of quote. When contacted, the JFF said Blake was not selected because he was not involved in any recent practice matches. However, Shamar Nicholson, who has not been named in a national squad since the CONCACAF Nation League in June, where Blake also featured, is in line to face Argentina. All right. Now, this is very disturbing for me. Very disturbing for me. And honestly, I'm at the point of frustration where I think, if possible, I'd love for FIFA to come to Jamaica today and stop every football from prep school, primary school, Manning Cup, Da Costa Cup, JPL, male, female national team, and stop it for 20 years until like 2 generations of Jamaicans are gone. Honestly.
I didn't understand that.
Listen, I want every football, and it mustn't be 2 years. I want it to be stopped for 20 or 50 years. No football. I think they should even put in a law, man, that if anybody is seen with any football in Jamaica, them lock them up. And make an entire generation of us dead out and pass out. And then we restart. This is madness. This is madness. 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 Listen, everybody ought to be blamed. Some of these players need to go from the national team. The JFF need to go. All of them need to go. But half of the players them need to go where to? Let me say it again. I want every football to stop in Jamaica. I want all 50 years of no football. I wish FIFA could do something like that. Every form of football Immediately. Where were some of these utterances when Bobby Reid was being dropped? When Daniel Johnson was being dropped? When Ethan Pinnock was being dropped? Where were these utterances? Where were all of the people standing up for Ethan Pinnock? Where are the people standing up for Omari Hutchinson? Kiddo Taylor Hart? Where are all the people standing up for them? Where are all the people standing up for those players? For Michael Hector? Who is standing up for Michael Hector? Who is making a stand for Michael Hector? I don't hear anybody making a stand. I don't hear any demonstration for Michael Hector. Where is Liam Moore? How nobody not standing up for Wes Morgan and Liam Moore? Isn't it historic for them too? How nobody not blocking no road for Daniel Green? What did he do to not be called up? Me say me want every football to stop. Every form of football. Too much corruption and too much mix up and too much all for self and those things. We need to get rid of. Hey, listen, man. You spend time. I'm not trying to pay. You know, let me just listen. Listen. Hey, you me go tell you, man. Me's a fair person. Only certain player we stand up for. I don't hear none of that stand up for Michael Hector. None of never go block no road for Bobby Reid and for Daniel Johnson. Why weren't they being called? How nobody never done make no statement for them when we have a historic World Cup campaign to play. And them never there get no call. And nobody not block no road for Tyreek McGee. When Leon Bailey never get called for Jamaica team, where was the blocking of the road? Where was the stand that we were going to make? No Craig Butler alone did do it. Where the whole of the voices them did that? How when Bobby Reid and Daniel Johnson said them they are Jamaica and they want to play for Jamaica? Me never hear nobody say them I go block no road and they want to make no stand. Because friend and friend are play. So when friend are play, everything all right. Listen, as far as me concerned, every football will stop in Jamaica. That's my opinion. For 50 years, I want it stop. I could watch some other nation. 50 years if it stop for. FIFA, I wish there was a part of FIFA that could impose that. And see how all of we benefit. Make all of we go into a grave and make some look a young youth. When I know nothing about the history of football, come up and start play. That I want every form of football, from male to female. Not my basic school football. No form of football not for playing at Jamaica. None of the sanction. And every coach have to go. You see, when we start back after all 20 years, everybody have to go through a process. This is madness. This is madness. I totally agree that a man have a right to say what a man have to say. Because me have a right to say what me have to say. Every man have a right to express his opinion. But when you express your opinion, there are conditions. There are things that happen. When you express your opinion, it comes with the field. It comes with it. I am 100% sure that if Kaim Paris had said what Andre Blake said, and he was not called, nobody never gonna make no noise. Those are the things we have a problem with. We will speak out for everybody. Not for some people. Not for friends, but for everybody. We will make a stand for every single Jamaican. Those born in Jamaica, those born in England too. So when the man them from England get sidestep, them we will stand up for them too. That me I talk about. That me I talk about. Look how much of the youth them from England we bring come play for Jamaica. And we throw them aside. Me never hear some of them things here go on. Come on, man, we have to do better, man. Black road if you don't want, you know. Protest if you don't want, you know. But I hope that when Bobby Reed don't get called on a protest too. Me hope when Kevin Stewart don't call, we get protest too. When all of the under 20 youth over the want come Jamaica, they forget now the squad. How me never hear no talking and no protest. And don't take no stand. Because they're not born in Jamaica. Madness a go on, man. Madness. And I will tell you this. I'm going to tell you now again. Andre Blake, me tell you now all the while. The best Jamaican keeper. People beat me because me say I'm a top 10 keeper. People beat me because me say I can keep in the league. Me agree with him, you know? Me agree that if the administration not change, there are several things that not going to change in the football. The administration needs changes, serious changes. But some of the players them need changes too. And when things go wrong, don't look through the window. Look through the mirror. And if you be honest and fair, beat the GFF all in the one. Listen, I'm in a business. Whether they stay in an office or they come out under my priority. My priority is why when some players talk, why when Amari Bell will talk and he was put aside, nobody no come and say nothing. You think that the JFF make people stand up, make Jamaican people support some players and not support others? I've never heard one of them come out and tell us why Michael Hector no one play for Jamaica. And them think them want. Me still want to hear why Michael Hector has not been called up back for Jamaica. What happened at the Gold Cup with Michael Hector? Oh, me not see. We need to take a stand for Michael Hector. Oh, Michael Hector never good. Oh, Michael Hector can't play back. He's better than some of the people them. Madness a go on, man. See some people, them can't get them way. They rather mash up the whole thing. Them not patriotic. Rob Simit, Rob Simit, me give you, you know. Rob Simit, here my management I tell you. Everybody were associated with the GFF. Them and them family need to be done with football. Me gonna give you that. Even with that, Rob Simit, when are you going to stop and talk about the players' attitude? That may I ask you. Because me not support the GFF for being in office. Me don't answer that already. What me want to ask you, Rob Simit, is what happened to the players them? But they up on the field. And that me want to ask you. You come and tell me about GFF. Me don't tell you already. Me don't want to see no GFF. Me don't want to hear about them. Every one of them should go on to. You think me want the players them stay and the GFF go and the GFF go and the players them stay? Everybody should go. All of them. the football for stop. See, if the top need, listen, the bottom might, you say the top need to go, the bottom already corrupt. The whole of them corrupt. Everybody need to go. Make FIFA come in and stop the football until every single one of them not their own again. Brethren, the thing hurt me. You see what me as the coach? Me never even come Jamaica. You see what me Adidas? Me just take back the deal. And say me have nothing to do with it. Adidas, take back the deal. Adidas, take back the deal you get Jamaica. Coach, we are come Jamaica, turn back. Rob Smith, I have a conversation. Listen, from the history of Jamaica football, everybody will work with JFF, them a problem. So we're going to run football without no JFF. So we're going to remove everybody, whether in a JFF, every parish association, all of them family, everywhere. So none of them now go play. And then we are going to do better. You win, Rob Smith. You're right, Rob Smith. If everybody we associated with football leave, and then just leave the players them, then we are going to get you, Rob Smith. You are 100% right. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do, Rob Smith. So Andre Blake, everybody from JFF, Rob Smith, and me agree with Rob Smith. All I want to leave and make Andre Blake run the team. Coach, nobody come nowhere. Adidas, nobody come nowhere. Make them run the team. Make players run the team because them know what to do. And by themselves, them great. They will carry the World Cup. So don't worry on yourself. Give them the team, make them run. And make them pick who they want to coach them, pick who they want to play, and pick who they want to lead them. That way, Jamaica must be the greatest football nation in the world. Give the players everything what they want. Let them get to pick and choose. Which player change, Rob Smith? Which player change? Tell me the player that will change. Tell me the player that will change, Rob Smith. Are the same player that will cause the problem? Every World Cup cycle. You look like you don't see that. Let me tell you again, Rob Smith. I, just like you, make everybody from the JFF go. And leave the team to the players. Seeing that the players are not the problem, and the problem is the administration, give the local players, them who want them a born at Jamaica, give them the team for run. So let England, hey, let me tell you this. You see the players from England, only nobody come Jamaica, only turn down the invitation. Turn down the invitation. Make only people who born at Jamaica play for Jamaica. People who born in America, please don't play for something, don't play for America. People in England, only nobody come out here. So leave it to the locally born players because they know how to get us to the World Cup. Leave it to them. Leave it to them. Leave it to them. Rob Smith, let me say it to you again. Rob Smith, I agree with you. Since the history of our football, the one consistent problem is the federation. So we're going to run a federation-less football team. So I am agreeing with you. So give the local born players the team to run. Give them it. That's what I'm saying, Rob Smith. I am agreeing with you. I hope that the people at the GFF, Mr. Speed, are you a mash up the football? Leave, Mr. Speed, if you leave right now, Jamaica Ghana World Cup. Mr. Rickett, if you leave right now, Jamaica Ghana World Cup. Danny Beckford, Shaw, Malcolm, Tomlinson, Anderson, me I call it Samuels. All Ilian Walker Brown, if you leave Jamaica, football get better. All of you coaches, you coach Manning Cup and Dakar Cup. You mash up Jamaica football. Leave it to the players them. You don't realize you are the problem. The only thing good about the football are the players that we have. So let them run the football. And only the local born one, because when the players from England get dropped, nobody now talk out for them because them supposed to get dropped. Yeah, me no go say no make no sense. No worry yourself, me mad today. Listen, my opinion is that FIFA should come and stop every football. Every football. Because guess what? The players don't want to change and the administration not change. Come on, man. Where in this world you can speak out against the authority over you and don't expect things? I agree with the man. Speak your mind. He believes that it is the same result. The administration drop him. I don't have a problem with that. Listen, and I don't have a problem with Andre Blake talking. Here's my question to all of you again. Why, when Michael Hector was dropped, nobody came out and spoke? Where was the stand being taken for Bobby Reed? Where was the stand being taken for Anthony Grant? How I didn't hear one player come out and talk in defense of Anthony Grant? I didn't hear any of them come out and talk in defense of Daniel Johnson. So is it that we are supposed to speak about the players born in Jamaica and the others are not as important? I don't know, man. I don't know. Should Andre Blake have been in the squad? Yes, certainly. Andre Blake has been one of the long-standing members of Jamaica football team. And he should not end up like many of the captains who them stop playing and you don't hear anything about them. But I find it strange. Where are the people? You hear the statement said this is historic. And they speak about the long-standing. But when Coach Whitmore was being dropped, where was Jamaica speaking about the legacy of Whitmore and defending him and said we're going to take a stand for Whitmore? Oh, it's okay because it's Whitmore. So it's who we like, we defend. And who we don't like, we don't defend. You want me to give you more players from England that got thrown away? No call back, no talking to. And I've never heard the local players come out and speak out on their behalf. Every time there is a speaking up, is the same group of players. Every time one of them is out of the team, they come out and speak. But when other players are out, that is the point I am making. KC Palmer, where were they to come up and talk about? Where is KC Palmer? Where were they? They only speak out when their friends are not in the team. And that is what I have a problem with. Speak out when you're going to, but speak out for every single player. Everyone, male or female, young and old. Nigel Nazareth, we can go on. Wes Harding. You want to give you the under 20 players them as well? Who up to now they don't know? Who has spoken out for them? Who? Let me go back and remind you. When Craig Butler was strident about Leon Bailey being in the national team, where were the players coming out and speaking for him? Where were they? Where were the statements coming out? want to do this for a certain group of players, man. Only certain players. See, mankind not changing. And let me say it to you again. I tell people, remove the JFF. Remove them. But you see, if them set a play and this mentality continue, me can tell you this, Jamaica not going to World Cup. No matter which coach there, the players' mentality need to change. I've not heard one of them come out and say to the people, listen, we apologize with all the problems. Yes, the federation did, but we, the players, apologize to you, Jamaica, because we could have done better. None of them. No, come out and apologize to the fans for the failed campaign. You know who them blame? Bobby Reid. Because Bobby Reid alone miss a goal. Bobby Reid alone miss goal, man. Bobby Reid alone miss goal. If this is the mentality, and let me tell you again, Andre Blake is one of the best goalkeepers Jamaica has ever seen. His accomplishment of nothing. Should he have been called? I would have called him. I would have met with him as a captain. That's me. That's my approach. I would have met with him as a captain and said, what is going on? What was the necessity of that statement? Because you cannot, the JFF and the administrators cannot keep doing this. When players do this, them just disrespect them. We have to find a way, and I've said this before, we have to find a way of treating people better when they're leaving or when we're going to leave them. So I totally understand that. The man get dropped. The man make a statement. Man make a statement. And he has a right to speak. But if you believe he has a right to speak, then you must also believe that the federation have a right to act. So you are going to do a counter act now. And the counter act is on the 24th of September. What? We're going to protest. So you believe if we protest and the administration go, things will change? If we put them same player in there? Listen, there are some players. And you can't deny it, you know. You can't deny it. There are players who don't want the English players in the side. And we can deny it. We can pretend like it is not so. And there are Jamaicans who don't want to see them either. We can deny it and we can pretend like it is not so. It's a whole mindset that needs to change. That goes beyond the JFF. Some of these players have no ratings for anybody who come from England who can play for Jamaica. So do I like what the JFF did? You have to call them on. Even if you have a staff and them usurp your authority, you call them into a meeting and you say, listen, we're going to have to suspend you. You write them formally. There's a right way to do things. In the same way, I believe that as the captain of the team, there's a right way to do it. And I respect the man. I respect the man, but there's a right way. I am a man under authority. And if the authority above me do something that I don't like, I go and I speak to them. That's how scripture teaches. Go to the person one-on-one. Talk to them before you go public. You have a right to say what you want to say. But there's a time and a place for everything. You have to understand too much is given, much is required. And let me say it to you again. You see, if we get rid of the JFF and keep some of them players, me guarantee you that Jamaica not go nowhere. Because as long as some players believe that certain players not play for Jamaica because they're not born here. And until some people get rid of the mindset that we represent the the cardboard, the plywood house, them on zinc fence. What hogwash that is. When a youth get from the slums of Jamaica and play for the national team, yes, him give up some stuff. But when a man a leave England, he might give up stuff to come play for Jamaica as well. Listen, let me tell you again. If I were the coach, I'm here this a go on, me turn back. You see what me Adidas, me cancel the deal. If me a FIFA, me hear this, me shut down whole operation. Because that we want. Shut down the whole thing. Oh, watch out, I get out some call and thing. Let me see if I can. Let me send the link. Let me tell you this, man. People, me done telling you already. I am in agreement with everybody associated. Everybody, listen, we don't have to go over it. Management, I tell you that everybody associated with football in Jamaica, everybody, every coach from the primary level to the high school level to the Premier League level, every parish association, every executive in every parish, remove every single one of them. All right? Get people, I don't know where you're going to find them. Find some other people and put there. If the players them have the same attitude, we're not going nowhere. So I'm not here talking about not blaming JFF and things. They can't escape it. Everything rise and fall on leadership. If the top corrupt, then the rest of the thing. And a lot of nonsense them are going with. I want you to know that. And I'm not in any agreement with the things that they're doing. So I don't want you to get it twisted. Let me just take up some comment. Listen, you think the players are not the problem? You make a sad mistake. You have your opinion, and I have mine. There are players who play for Jamaica that have a problem with players from England playing for Jamaica. And that is a problem. That is not a federation issue. And I'm saying to you, B. Douglas, that if the federation is removed, those same players will have a problem with any player coming out of England. So I don't want nobody to get it twisted. Me tell you already. Like if Rudolph Speeder listen to me, he should walk away. If my cricketer listen, walk away from it. Leave it. Leave it. All of the parish president, wanna walk away from the football. Because when you walk away from the football, the players them are going to start love the players them from England. The reason why they're not in the squad now, they're not in the squad. Listen, and that is the problem, bro. Is and peace. This one, you know, see that's the problem, brother. The problem is that they are not in the squad. And the only time we have problems is when they are not in the squad. You know, see what go on, brother? You know, realize when they are in the squad, there is no problem. Every time them get dropped, there is a problem. Anytime the group of them get dropped. I cannot realize. Anytime certain players get dropped, there is a problem. You don't realize it. Thank you, Balotelli. The administration and players need to leave. The players are a problem. Players are a problem, brother. You miss the point. You realize that the only time you hear them kind of things are when certain players are absent from the team. Have you ever heard anything like this? When Bobby Reid is dropped? When Jamal Lowe was dropped? Did you hear anything like this? Did you hear anything like this when Paul Hall was coaching? You realize at the core of this, brethren, there is an issue. The federation bears the lion's share. Let me say it again. The federation, every single man. But some people, so you see, if me, I got to do it, everybody from the federation and some of the players that were out of the squad now, them stay out. Them nobody come back in. We start fresh and get beer beaten. We're dropping at the ranking. That's the only way we're going to help. Because the money heart gone bad already. So we come on this and act like we don't know that the players them are issue. The players are a problem. And every time you talk about it, them take offense to it. They take offense to it. And you can tell by the actions. By your fruit, you shall know them. So let me ask again. When Bobby Reid, Daniel Johnson, Jamal Lowe, Wes Morgan, Amari Bell, Kemar Roof, when those players are out of the team, why I don't hear these things? Why? Why? Why nobody comes out and talk? Why nobody comes out and take any action when the players born in England are not in the team? Why? When Anthony Grant was not being called up, having played well, why? Why? Thing hurt me heart, brethren. It hurt me. You see, sometime in a life you have a job to do. You do your job in spite of people. And you do it excellent. Because better must come one day. You know much youth a win Manning Cup and them hate them principal and them still play for them school and win Manning Cup. You know much youth the principal suspend them, put them on detention, and them come give them hard for them high school and win Manning Cup and DaCosta Cup. And that more want to see our players them do. Win something in spite of. Win something in spite of. Rob Smith, I don't think you hear me, Rob Smith. So Rob Smith, let me do this again, cause let me do this again. All right. This is a quote. All right. It says, "I don't know why I wasn't selected to be involved in the squad." End of quote. Blake told the Jamaica Observer on Monday. Open quote. I am for sure not injured though. Maybe this is a better question to ask Rudolph Speed, technical committee chairman, and the rest of the selectors. That is Andre Blake speaking. And they talk about when the player was about being contacted and Shamar Nicholson. That me not think should have come in the argument. But like I said, Blake is the best goalkeeper. And no matter what, he's our best goalkeeper. Should he be called up? Even if they don't want to call him, this man is a captain. And let me say it again. He's the captain of the team. Hey, RDN TV, brethren, say, me trying to communicate with you. Don't tell me what to talk about. Don't tell me what to talk about, brother. I'm not in a good mood today. Don't come tell me what to talk about. You can't tell me that, brother. Me talk when I want to talk about, when I want to talk about it. Me no man press button. So don't come tell me what to talk about. Me talk when I want to talk about, use passion when I want to use it. Understand that. You don't need to like what I say. Me know why you appreciate what I say. That more you know. Maybe it everybody. Me no business. When wrong, it wrong. Me and Mr. Wellington communicate very well. And when Issa do something, when I write me talk about it. I saw me steer. Me done telling already, say if I did me in the position, would have a meeting and talk to Blake. Some don't know where I come with. I come to me them nonsense, the brother. Listen what me I say. There is a problem. Hey Ryan, go ahead, man. Let me take a little break here, man.
Go on, Bridging. Drink some water, Bridging. Drink some water. Drink some water. But yo, man is man. Big man thing, me not lie still, my big brother. Say, as bad as thing, I rate Andre Blake. And they should have called him. Actually, he were on the list, They just remove him. Right? He was on the list and they just remove him, right? And based on what the man must say, yo, a new coach and a new direction them go, them can't bother with the more pick the thing. And they really want to try to change things. But man, you see all of these things, bro, like the players them, as I said, the JFF need to the people them need to shake up or them need to lift the football. But some of the players them, Bridging, I tell the people them all of this, but you see, Jamaican people, when them have some favorite, them just stick to some favorite. I've been saying these things all along in the Bridging. Make all video and call out all the man them name or I get the problem and thing. And people say me a lie. You see everything I come out now the public now. Man, I just laugh, bro. I there eat my lunch, bro, and I just laugh, bro.
Hey Ryan, say me get all information. Say that I can't verify it, because I hear say information. That that players were going to.
Boy, cut the game. No, man.
No, I get that information, from out of the states that the players were planning to take the invitation and don't come out of the changing room when the game start.
Man is man.
27th.
Man is man.
Me don't know if you hear that, but me hear that,
Hold on,
but me
man is man.
Yeah.
It was 100% correct. They were warming up. They were going to warm up, man is man. And when them supposed to walk out, them stay in and say the president must go. All right? That was 100% correct, man is man. You understand? But may I tell you, say, the whole thing with the new coach, may the thing say, everything I go, they look holy back. Bro, like,
still new coach, you feel like at least look at thing election I come up.
Bro,
me there say somebody will go run against the GFF and maybe
the next thing to the man them up too much injury man on the list, brother. Wonder if them now look what them a do. All them know says the man, some of the man them injured. All them know says some of the man them injured. A joke thing this, brother. A joke thing this, brother. I mean I tell you, say, brother, I tell you so how many coach will change. Me have it, I go tell you them, because I beating the people them ears, you know, because them believe say a new coach are going to change everything. Everything now going to change. It's going to take time. Yeah?
Yep. The federation even change, you know. Let me tell you this. Because I don't want people to get this
Hear
wrong.
it. Hear it, Mannings, man. 2005, 2006, Wendell Dozwell, short term. 2006, Coach Caldwell. The coach that qualified the team for Mexico, Boa, or something like so. 2006, 2007. 2008, Rennie Simons. 2009, 2008, John Barnes. Stopper Whitmore, 2009, 2013. Winford Schaefer, 2013 to 2016. Tapper Whitmore, 2016 to 2021. Paula, Merangard. You see so much coach to change? And we change play already, Mannings, man. I will get the same result. What that I tell you? You have to bulldozer the phone, bulldozer with the JFF.
I agree with that, you know.
Upcoming,
Ryan,
brother.
listen, here's the thing. May I agree with that. May I agree that the federation, and that's what I keep saying to people, listen, demand them expand the election thing. People need to come together. People them need to come together and go vote them out.
Super president, you can go and stay there.
If you have cases against them, bring it to FIFA and get the money out of the thing. But it's when they come on to the football, no mess up the football. No mess up the football, brother.
Mannings, man.
When I want to go football match, I don't want to hear about the federation. A football match, I want to go watch. I want to see my team win things. Me tell you that the team lose, and never me hear about. And the JFF make we lose, and the JFF make we lose. You see, the JFF we stop lose. Me want to see winnings, brother. Me want can talk about my team against other people from other nations. And see, you know, so my team play against Argentina and a draw. Me no want to get up every day and talk about this and that.
Mannings, man. Good afternoon. Yo, Ryan, big up yourself.
What go on the Tiger?
Mannings, big up yourself, Tiger.
Ryan, why you make Mannings, man, a rubbing blood pressure like that, man? Why you running blood pressure like that, Mannings, man?
No, man, hold on.
Eh? Why you running blood pressure like that?
I feel, you see what? Tiger.
I'm so sure. Mannings, man. I remember some time ago, I think I was on your program. I don't remember if it was on your program or Coach's Deck. And I was telling them that the Jamaican team got the chance to restart the football program. They got the chance, and Ryan was saying it this morning. If you watch Ryan said that the Jamaican players that got the angle, and they don't have the angle no more. Ryan was saying something like to that effect. The Jamaican reggae boys don't have the angle anymore. They got but the power. JFF got but the power. Reason being, let me sum it up to you, Ryan. They got the opportunity to restart the program. To say what you're saying, scrap football for the next 10 years. When they got the program in the Nation Cup, when they were supposed to who not enter the field, let FIFA ban Jamaica. And I went on the program, and I think it's Cranky and the rest of them are talking about Tiga, you're not talking with sense and stuff like that. You understand? If Jamaica had not taken the field and let FIFA ban Jamaica, we wouldn't having this conversation right now. We're talking a new look team, a new look JFF, and a new look everybody. But guess what? JFF have back the power, as Ryan said this morning. They have it. They have back the power.
And it now come back, T-God. T-God. I can tell you this. This morning, I get a phone call and them say, Sir, Ryan LFC, we have all powers, we have all blade. But Mr. Mannings man kill up himself, so I need to get some more to T-God. I guess what? Yes, all Mannings man I say, I have been saying all of them things about. Because through my loud, people now get the message. But all of them things I talk about players and things,
Yeah.
I want it to come out in the public. Me I tell him, say, yo, some of the man them a fight the Englishman them. Man,
Yeah.
man tell man, say, man, go kill man and all of them things.
Right.
And people are say, lie.
Mhm.
Me I make up thing forget views. That's why me they all laugh off and roll out.
Yeah.
Ay, God.
They got the opportunity to restart the program in Jamaica, and they blew it. They blew it so much when JFF come out and say, yeah man, something to resign. God done with to resign and stuff. They had the power. The Reggae Boys had the power to restart the program, scrap the football in Jamaica. I said it. Cranky
Let me
was
tell you
saying
what, boy. T-God. T-God.
but it gone.
T-God, let me tell you something. You see, the JFF miss it by the inch. Because, you see, the man them when them call, take off some man name, you know. When them hear it, you know. Me hear it from last week, and I tell them, say, the man them a come wicked for the JFF.
They're trying to get back. When we hear you saying that, they're trying to get back that power. But they lost it.
They lost it. JFF lost the power in our day.
Yes.
Now the man them get it back.
Yeah. They lost it. They lost the power. They lost the power. So right now, we have to just see what's going on and just watch the cycle go over and over and over again. But they lost it, and it now gonna happen. When we go up, we always that opportunity happened once, and they got the opportunity and they lost it.
Here's the core of my issue. Listen, I agree. I believe that sometimes as a leader, you have to know when to speak. I mean, I have a problem with what Andre Blake saying now, because what he says is actually true. One of the things that has not changed is the federation. So I don't have a problem with it, you know. I think what he said as a captain is the absolute truth, and that needs to be considered. Here's the issue I have. All of this standing up for him, and this about the 24th. What happened when Bobby Reed was dropped, and Daniel Johnson, and Michael Hector, Wes Morgan? Why is it that every time a Jamaican player, born player, is out of the team, there is this big
uproar?
Right. But when the players from England, who Jamal Lowe, when these guys are out of the team, I don't hear some of these people in football circles speaking up for them.
Because they don't have nobody to speak up for them. You understand?
That is the problem I'm having.
Yeah, it's a problem.
We can't be speaking up for just the players born locally.
Right.
We have to speak up for every single Jamaican player. Because it is showing that there is a divide in the team. Obviously, just a certain group of players. I didn't hear anybody talking up when Kaim Paris was doing well and wasn't playing. There was none of this.
Right.
There was none of this. So it seemed like, and that is the issue I have. I have an issue with that. The players, some of the players obviously have a problem with the English players in the team.
No, man. You have a video where Mark, where I tell you say, when we talk about the man them have 5 man have the main problem. You call them they just put in the disease and the rest of Jamaican born man them and feed catch the English man them. It's a real thing in the thing, T-God and management. I'm been saying it, but I tell you, say, you see Jamaican people, them things have to come out more and you see it. But been I tell them, say, you have 5 man who are the powerhouse, don't want. Hey, and me, talk mad and say Darren Mattocks can't come near the team back again. Because the man must cross. You know, you Darren Mattocks man Simon Preston. Oh, him cross and him angry. Me say, him can't come back to the team, brother. Them man they drop off a farm, brother. Our team, our national team, brother, look at it. If you think a joke, me, look at all our most of our MLS player them, 1-year contract. If them not have the national team, brother, them brother and butter done. That's why them want them players, them friend them in a team for continue play internationally.
Ryan, this is what's gonna happen now. This is what's gonna happen. And for the campaign coming up for 2026. You see, most of these local players that play MLS will get trouble. You're going to see them drop, and you're going to see English-born Jamaican players, the professionals in the team, because this the coach I go work with. You understand?
Hey, listen, I think
You
the people,
understand?
Wayne,
No,
let me just,
no more
yeah,
troublemaker now in the side.
let me say to Wayne, you know, realize, let me tell you again, the players aren't, and as long as some players
Man is
are in the
man.
team,
Me have to go leave. Me have to listen. Because I go back
yeah, man.
for
Yeah, man,
Yeah,
I forgot.
bigger,
Man,
bigger.
I forgot run out to.
yeah, man. All right, bless up. Yeah, man. Listen, as long as Wayne Harris, as long as some players are in the team, it will not be unified because there are players who have problems with English-born players playing for Jamaica. Me don't know how it's so hard for we understand. So unless you're going to remove all of those players, you get rid of the federation and you remove all of the players. That is why I'm saying that FIFA need to come right now and stop the football. Don't stop it for 2 years because of the same people. Do it for 20 years. No football. You think I joke me, mate? We need to get rid of an entire generation of people so that this thing can change. We need a decade out of it, at least. So a lot of them can be out of the sport completely. There you go before the game. There you go. Yeah, there you go before the game. And through Pagan 180, there are people in the population who don't want the English players in the team. That is the problem. And again, no man, I hear no good word. Let me say it again. We're not. All right. Eagle Republic giving us some names. All right. I still, and I want some of you who are saying that everything that is happening now is okay. When Blair Turgott was dropped, what did they say? Michael Hector, Daniel Johnson, Bobby Reed, Wesmore. Talk to me. Derva Ergil. Come on. Come on. Okay, FIFA cannot change it. Jamaican people have to. Yeah. English born. And that is it. Listen, I am. Pese, you may be right. You say 20 years, that really harsh. Maybe 5. I think we need some harsh. So that, you see, if it happen like that, Claudia, I guarantee you that they will not go down that road again. We will do everything in our power to not let it happen. I am telling you. Because the players have an issue as well. The federation has been off. And I'm telling you, it's not just today. It's not just today. It's not just yesterday. And listen, I'm not talking about the ability of the players. Because again, Andre Blake is a very good goalkeeper. I'm not talking about his ability to keep. I'm talking about the ability of this team to be unified. So, a lot of things in the people I observe. Because you know what? We already know that a new coach is coming. You know that if Paul Hall was the coach, none of this would happen. Y'all know that, right? If Paul Hall was the coach of the team, none of this would happen. Let me say it again. If Paul Hall were the coach of the team, none of this would happen. Let me say it again. If Paul Hall were in charge of this team for the Argentina game, none of this would happen. None of this. Because all of the players would be in the team. And I can tell you again, some of the players who, I'm not going to get to the squad yet, because that's the next thing that we need to talk to, because I soon finish, right? We will not be having this conversation. You're right, Jerome. It is rotten to the core. Rotten to the core. But let me say this. Coach, new coach, because, let me say this in a new coach. You're not going to get the job yet. But I was called, and persons are insisting that it is the coach who picked the team. No coach. New coach. Yeah, big coach, because we look at your resume. Here's what I will say to you, coach. Players are injured. So, do not resort to calling local players. There is no league playing for them to be at the level, to be in it. No league. So, if Kevin Stewart is out, find a CDM in the Championship or the Premier League. If Lati Bodier is out, find a centre back in the Premier League or the Championship. Our players locally are not playing any football. Remember that, Mr. Coach. Right? Let me just say that. For all and any player who is injured. Let me take this comment from Rob. He says, they didn't want us to speak about the level of incompetence that allowed Marley to take control of the women program and feel like she can say and do what she wants. All right? Oh, no. Not Minzy. Definitely not Coach Minzy. Yeah. 100%, bro. Paul Hall was part of the stigma. Let me tell you, if Paul Hall were going to coach a team, this would not be happening. No, nothing would be said. Nothing would be said. The players would be selected. And listen, Bobby Reid would not have been called up. Daniel Johnson, Mikel, none of those players would be called up. That's just the truth. Let's not fool ourselves. Let's not fool ourselves. They would not have been called up. And that is the issue I am having. We're treating the players who are born locally like they have some rights to the team, more so than the players who are born outside of Jamaica. And it needs to stop. You see what is happening with Trinidad football? We need something like that. We need FIFA. FIFA, come now, man. And the next thing, you see people, listen, all of you who are in football, only can run, Only can run. Run against the president. Simple. Run against him. But Andre Blake, listen, man, you're the captain. I am sure that if that happened in Philadelphia, you wouldn't say it publicly. As if you're the captain, you wouldn't say that. All right. So here's what I'm saying. If you have that concern, call the leaders. But obviously, there's a relationship breakdown between you and the leadership of the JFF. Send an email then. But as the captain, those public utterances comes with consequences. I would say to you and whomever else is planning to do whatever, on the 24th, be careful what you do. Because if you do that on the 24th, and I were one of the players from England, me take a flight and me leave. And the game don't play. And here's what I would want. Hey, listen, I love the female program, But here's the thing. I think football need to stop in Jamaica. There are too many things to deal with. So man, is what happened to the goal teeth striker that played in Catalonia? The dentist need to see him as well. Good baller. What's the name of that striker again? Remind me of his name, Jason. No, listen, if Paul Hall, what I'm saying, Rob Smith, if Paul Hall were here, he would call Andre Blake. And I can tell you, if Paul Hall were here, Speedy would have been called. Andre Blake would have been called, certainly. Junior Fleming would have been called. All those players, we know that they would have been called. We also know that there is a problem with Paul Hall and Daniel Johnson and Bobby Reed. Lies were told. We're not going to fool ourselves. The players said that they were available to play. He spoke about the players not being committed. The players said that they were not invited. So somebody a tell lie. We don't have to go back over them things. Those things were said in press conferences. Say Cindella. Oh, Clark Harris. Yeah, where is Clark Harris? Good player to call up as well. Man, say Cindella or Cindella. What you say I must say it, Rob Smith? Good point this. So they probably need somebody. And I'm saying that maybe Andre Blake could have emailed. I just think the public utterance is a part of it. But there are big rumors in the United States that the players were planning on boycotting the game. There you go. Everybody knew that the players were in Jamaica and they wanted to play. And they were not called up. Even when they admitted that they were in Jamaica and they are ready, they still were not called to the team. Come on, man. We know there's something wrong right here. And the players came out and spoke about when the commitment issue was made and unavailable, they came out and said, no, they are. And remember, the coach said, every player that has played in the campaign, those were his words. Oh, she made a post. She made a post that she's planning the protest. Well, listen, if she's planning on protesting, I mean, how is she going to protest? It must be players. It must involve players. And so, I even think, like, for Cindella, if Cindella has a problem with the federation, she need to talk to them. If you are the ambassador for the female program, and you think they are not deserving of the leadership, pull your support. That is the biggest protest. Pull your support. Pull your support and make everything collapse. Pull your support. The biggest protest that you could have made is don't get the girls to go to South Korea. If it's a matter of it, listen, if it is a matter, the female program have had enough issues with the JFF for them to have made a statement. They could have just said, they could have taken the invitation, that the federation do everything and saying protest, we're not going to South Korea. That would have changed a lot of things because the girls have more power than the boy, the male team, because they qualify for a World Cup. So if you wanted to make a statement, let the female team do that. Yeah, there you go. Listen, people don't realize that I'm glad that you raised up this one, Balotelli. Players in our national team, players in the national team also already them don't man, them start basically disrespect the coach. Do you hear me? Oh, Lamar. Oh yeah, Lamar Walker met in a serious accident. Whoa. Why would I play on the national team? Yeah. People. This is it. This is what I'm saying to people. That when a player posts something like this has nothing to do with the JFF. The JFF must go, but this player has a problem. The players have a problem. The players want who they want to coach them. And they want who they want to play with them. I hope Lamar Walker is doing well enough. Big deal then. Yeah, man. Definitely. Pray that he be well. Hope that he's well. Well wishes and prayer going up for Lamar Walker at this time. Man, as per the Gazette, Blackpool Kevin bizarrely named in Jamaica squad despite being out injured. This is one of the issue why I'm so yeah, man. And I spoke to them because I made sure I call. And I found out why was he named into the team. Yeah. The man carry a team got the World Cup. No matter if he's a dentist, and him carry a team all the way to the quarterfinals of the Euros. Proper coach. You know, I like Paul, but I had my concerns. A cranky always said this: you can't let the wards run the asylum. And I'll say this again. I agree with people when they talk about the failures of the JFF. I totally agree. And if every single one of them, from parish president, every coach at every level, is removed from football, I tell you that if the attitude of these players don't change, they have some divine right to the team because they are from Jamaica. They are from the garrisons and the ghettos of Jamaica, so they have a divine right to play with other players. And if you're born outside of Jamaica and you have some money or you're doing well in life, you don't deserve it. There is that mentality that a youth from uptown now have no rights to certain team because a sufferer thing, a poor people thing. Jamaicans are a Jamaican, whether they're rich or poor, educated or uneducated. We are all Jamaicans. We stand up for the rights, not just our rights. But the rights of every citizen. A man of him Jamaican passport, he has as much rights to play in the national team. Sometimes they talk like, me too, brain drain. But sometimes they speak like people who are less fortunate have more divine rights to things than others. People who didn't get proper education, they have more divine rights to things. That's not how it works. It matters not if you're born in the garrison or you're born in an upscale community. If you are the best player, you must play. It don't matter if you're born in Jamaica, in England, in Sweden, in the United States, in Canada, as long as you're a Jamaican. That is the issue. We have Argentina to play. We have to stop this. Federation, let me say it again, JFF. God knows you have to find a better way to deal with the players them. This cannot continue. Get a professional. Pay somebody to talk to the players them. Nothing wrong if you drop a money, no. But Carl, you cannot have a captain like Andre Blake, who has kept almost every Gold Cup and World Cup qualifying for the last couple of cycles. And even if you are going to drop him, he should have been communicated with. He cannot be in a place as a captain. Come on, man. Listen, even when people disrespect you, you have to show them respect. You have to live at a higher level. Communicate to him. If he said something that you're unhappy with, call him and say, listen, we are in disagreement with that statement. If you feel like him need to retract it, tell him that. Say, Mr. Blake, we think you should retract the statement. Take it down. All right? If he refuse, say, okay, listen, we are going to suspend you for this game because of that. If that is the case, but you cannot deal with a captain that way. You can't. You can't deal with a captain that way. You cannot deal with a captain that way. Have to show respect. Anthony Corbett, Linval Dixon, Whitmore captain the team, Rudolph Austin, Andre Blake. We can go through Ricketts. Have to deal with our captains better. Mariappa, we have to deal with them better. Wes Morgan, we have to deal with them better. We have to. Federation, you have to deal with the people them better. How much should the JFF put up with Andre Blake? Your tolerance limit was exceeded. But even if your tolerance limit are exceeded, you have to do it better. There's always a better way. That's what I'm saying, brain drain. This cannot be the way. But the quote by Sidella Marley that was reposted. This is the kind of thing that I want to see from Sidella Marley and all the other players when other players are dropped out of the team. I don't know why somebody, like I'm saying that people talking about the man is a dentist. So what? Like somebody said, Dr. Dean Wesley is a dentist. Listen, Arsene Wenger was big in economics and was an accounting. I don't know. So that, I don't know. It means that the man is well educated and his football pedigree is also good. So what? You know, when you hear these kind of things, you realize that some people, them really bad mind. Some of them just vex that them only football them play. That's it. Some of them is just plain bad mind. You can, hey, RDN TV, you know, so I like talk to your comments them. Yeah. You're not type to come on the channel and get disrespected. You love it though. You always are listening. Listen, I'm going to tell you the story about the tiger and the pig who go to court. Yeah. Right? So the tiger and the pig go to court. They were talking about who was faster. And let me tell you, definitely before the game, I will do that. I will get a clinical psychologist to come on. That's a very good idea. And you know that, in the end, just to paraphrase, the judge said that I'm going to give you, I'm awarding the case to the pig. And of course, that the tiger had to find out from the judge. But why? Why would you? Because tigers are faster than pigs. So why would you award the case to the pig? The judge said, because, you know that, and you had an argument with the pig. So you know what? You had an argument with the pig. So much so that it came to court. Knowing that tigers are faster than pig. I'm going to release the pig and put you in jail. Yeah, but that's a good idea before the game, to get a psychologist as a guest to come and speak on these issues. But they have to find a better way of relating to the players. And then, let me tell you this. You see the football in Jamaica, a whole generation of the leadership, I'm telling you people, it is too recyclable now. It means that even if you remove this one, someone from the same mold is going to come in. People think I'm joking when I say that we need like 10 years of no football. So an entire generation of people can be out of it. No football whatsoever. It's almost like people's mind will be so far from it, so you have to restart it. And you're getting a new gen, because everybody will be recycled. Yeah, man. Hope Lamar has a speedy recovery. Yeah. Hope he has a speedy recovery. Yeah, man. The entire thing need to restart Pagan 180. Like, we need a 10-year break from all football. So it's like new administration, the fields, everything. Like, no football whatsoever. I'm talking about no schoolboy football. Listen, miss out on some goal and stuff and start from the beginning. Start from the lowest levels. I think until we do that, we're going to keep on recycling. I know it sounds like harsh, but sometimes you have to remove the rug completely. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. So people, yeah. Yeah. Yep. Ian said, it's music to my ears. I am telling you, Ian, I am so, I don't know. I mean, say I just book my ticket. I tell us, I'm not too about gonna honestly. I don't even know more try see me can. Really, I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even know. I book the ticket and then I don't feel. Yeah, I don't even know, man. I don't even know. Yeah. I don't know, man. It is sad. Sad. But we have to do better. Have to do better. Have to do better. We have to do better. We have to do better. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I need some comfort. We need some comfort. We need some comfort. This is unfortunate, you know? Mr. Blake, you're a good goalkeeper. You understand me? I know you're highly educated. I know a lot of people don't know that. You know, so you are also a Christian man. A lot of people don't know that. And you have really done well for yourself. If I were you, I'd make an official statement. And I agree with you expressing all the challenges that you have had with this federation. And I would say do that. And you don't honestly, you don't need Jamaica's football. You don't. And like I said, you have a right to speak. And I would say, as the captain of the team, you ought to speak. You ought to speak. But don't be dragged down to certain levels. Don't be. Don't be. Right? So sometimes a peace of mind is best you walk away. Better you walk away and keep your professional dignity intact. But here's the thing. Until, let me say this, until we start treating and having the same eagerness for the players born outside of Jamaica, I, management, will not protest no player. I want our positions at all times on all issues to have fairness and balance. And I will say this to you. I will more appreciate positions of protest when I see the same strident attitude towards the omission of players like Bobby Reed, Kemar Roof, because a lot of things have been said about Kemar Roof, though he has played well for Jamaica. And I didn't hear any of my senior players come out and stand up for him. There was a time, people, let us not forget, that many unfair things were said about Mikel Antonio, about his travel arrangements, and some comments were even made by the previous coach. Do we remember? And the coach said some stuff. And honestly, we did not stand in defense of Mikel Antonio. The captain, the vice captain, and the senior players. So I will not be a part of any protest that only stands up for some players. Do you hear me? I will not be a part of any protest that only stands up for some players. That's me. I do agree that you have a right to speak. But when you speak, you must speak for Bobby Reid with the same stridency as you speak for the others, as the captain of the team. You don't captain two teams, you captain one team. It's one Jamaica. One Jamaica. Federation. Now, you may feel like you have a need to exercise your authority. Let me say this. The good word teaches that the greatest amongst you must be servant of all. A good leader don't lead from the highest level. They stoop low and serve people and lift people higher. JFF, you have to lift your players higher. And you cannot, as leaders, act vindictive and childish, even if you believe that you are right. Let me say it again. Even if you believe that you have the right to do what you're doing, there's still a right way to do the right thing. You must be more engaging. And like before the game said, get a clinical psychologist, a mediator to help with what is called players' affairs. You must look into yourselves and check yourselves. Because even the most recent trip, there were issues. So the problems that you cause, they are still occurring. Up to the last trip we had, travel arrangements were messed up. And it has happened time and time again. Players who played in the Nations League, they have still not been paid. From the World Cup campaign, they have still not been paid. Players who were called up for the first time, they represent the team, they were not paid. Players who just went on the recent trip to Austria, they were not paid. Now you must expect is that if you operate that way, then players are going to get frustrated and speak. You may not like what they say or the fact that they speak, but here's the truth. They have feelings too. So here's what I'd propose to you. You have money coming in January. You must can pay your players now. I want you to hear me. The players should be paid. I like what El Gran Herrero is saying. The West Indies Players Association. Maybe you need this. But players, please understand that it's going to be hard for you to speak this sort of way against the authority over you, even when they are failing, and still expect to not suffer consequences. I'm going to tell you. Listen, I have had principals that I was not too fond of. And I never used to give problems. But there were principals that I wasn't fond of. But here's what. You see, when I went to play for my school, I gave it my all. I didn't allow the principal's action or inaction to stop me from giving 100%. Here's the thing. In fact, in spite of the principals sometimes saying this player can't play or that player can't play, here's what. In every team that I have been a part of, every single player stood in unity. Those playing and those who are not playing. I said this before. You cannot say that you are more committed than the players from England. Because the players from England, upon their return to their clubs, they suffer way more. We know that. They travel, and oftentimes they are removed from first team. Some never making it back. Case in point, Anthony Grant. Let's not forget. I don't hear anyone asking about Rolando Aarons, Johnson Clark Harris. These players, Aaron was in the Nations League. Should we be protesting him? Come on now. So don't you dare think like you are more committed to Jamaica than players born outside of Jamaica. Because when we the fans look at it, we don't see that. We see Kemar Roof playing for Jamaica and got injured. And since that time, he has been on and off injury and in and out of his club team. So my brothers, reason together. Miss Sidella Marley, be a mediator. If you believe that Andre Blake, based on his utterance, should still be in the team, I think the intelligent person you are, the ambassador that you are, I would recommend, and maybe you have done this, that you call the president and do a three-way phone call. Have a three-way phone call. Because in one hand, we have a bottle of gasoline. And in the other hand, we have a bottle of water. And every time we come to a conflict, we make the choice whether we will use the bottle of gasoline as a bottle of water. Protest is pouring gasoline on a burning fire. And maybe the building needs to be burnt down. It matters not. But no, sometimes if you set a fire to the house to burn out the living room, you may end up losing the bedroom. So be careful when fire start to burn, because fire has a way of getting out of control. I think as well that, Ms. Sidela, if you want to make a point, the ideal opportunity is to use a female team. You'd get Jamaica on your back 100% because they have qualified. We, the fans, have no under 20 to talk about and no senior team. The best we have had, is finals of the Gold Cup. I want you to understand that. Since 1998, our female team have won things in the Caribbean. We ain't winning no Nation League. We ain't winning no Gold Cup. We're not winning anything. We have nothing. We have a generation of people following the sport that has not seen any success from our local football team. So they are operating on zero credit. So the team that you ought to use to make your point is certainly not this male team, because they have no credit left. The female team has a whole lot of credit. Use their platform to make your stance. Because I am telling you, Ms. Sidela, that if all the players that want to play for Jamaica out of England, maybe Andre Blake is the only one of that group who can make the squad and be in the starting 11. And that's the reality. It is completely different with the female team. You have Bonnie Shaw, you have Jody Brown, you have Trudy Carter. I want to thank you for your time today. Later this evening, I'll be speaking with Mr. Deliranks. Some entertainment issues. Because, you know, we merge entertainment and sports. Join me back then. Let me tell you this. Sometimes I tell myself that, man, this football thing, I don't want to be a part of discussing it. I'm telling you. I do it sometimes because I want to be of help and provide information that will help. But certainly, it's a heartbreaker how since 1998 we cannot get 24 years and we cannot get our act together. 24 years and we can't get our act together. Respect you. I want to thank you for viewing. For those of you who may have been offended by my rant in the beginning, we must express ourselves. We mean no disrespect or no dislike. We speak it as we see it, and we freely share our opinion. And you have all right to completely disagree with me. And you can create your own platform and rant in opposition of everything that I've said. Oh, no, man. You provided no before the game. I hear you said that get a clinical psychologist. We are going to do that, man. We are going to do that. We are going to do that. I've received your answer to the problem. You understand me? Don't worry. Anything come after but is contrary. Anything come after yeah, well, that is true. I do understand that, but yeah. And Brain Drain said, I am offended. Oh, that a summary of the Tiger story was not provided for those who missed it. You're gonna have to go and listen. I'm going to get it and do it before my show later. I'm going to read the story and think. All right. But you know what they say? When the elephants fight, only the grass get damaged. And in this, sadly, when the players and the GFF fight, we get damaged. I go to watch the Champions League right now. Until later. Much love and much respect. Love for the love to all of you. Before the game, please, last time, you see the number, you need to text the number. Right, I'm going to speak to Coach Sean as well. We need to talk. You understand? But bless up, everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day. I'm management. This has been I Am Sure Sports. And at this point, we say we are over and we are out.
Yo, watch about dog, SK New Erdis, the body out there, Sniper King I represent for I Am Sure Sports. You get to me, I say, when you want the latest news and sports and updates and all of that, check out I Am Sure Sports. You know the thing goes in. Remember, you cover the whole island. Remember Kingston, Westmoreland, Galchester, Ocherase, Galtigo Bay, everywhere. I Am Sure Sports, check it out for the latest news and latest updates. Sniper King I represent. Where them feel like, ha. Yeah, someone on for the food from young, from where they knee height. I Am Sure Sports. Yeah, dog.